Yo, what's up guys? Everyone, today, man, I'll react to the Yankees 2025 opening day lineup. Opening day is finally upon us. The Yankees start off the season with like 3:07 Eastern against the Brewers on ESPN. A couple of other games as well. I will be live reacting to that on my Twitch, bottom right. You guys can see right now, your boy John. Also get a couple TikToks in as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the opening day lineup. We're wondering what jersey I have. Aaron James Judge. All right, so the only thing I've seen so far, to be honest, was the Pablo Reyes made a roster bridge. If you've been watching some training, he's supposed to be one of our ready bench bats against left-handed pitching. He hit them decently well in his career. So other than that, I don't know what's going on. And obviously we know that we have injuries to Clark Schmidt, Luis Heel, and Garrett Cole out for the season. So we have three starting pitchers here that probably maybe wouldn't have made the rotation or the opening day roster if it wasn't for those injuries. So starting it off again with those starting pitchers, we have Carlos Carrasco, who would be like the Yankees' seventh starter. I think as soon as Clark Schmidt is ready to be brought up back to the majors, I think he's going to be like a short 15-day stint on the IL that will have, and I think it's like retroactive to like a couple weeks back, that will have Carlos Carrasco off the team. I mean, I know he pitched well in spring training, but spring training is spring training. At the end of the day, Carlos Carrasco was not good last season. He has not been good for a couple of seasons now. So that's all I gotta say about that. Max Fried, the 8-year contract, we gave him an absolute bag. He's a guy that, you know, he's usually like league average in terms of like strikeout percentage. We know his forte is his definitive repertoire of pitches. You know, he has a really good off-speed pitch. Like, he's one of those guys that go deep into games, but he's just injury prone. So Max Fried, all I'm asking for you, can you give me a sub 3.5 ERA? Carlos Rodon, limit the homers. Give me like a sub 3.7 ERA. He's our opening day starter today. Don't really love that because he throws home run derby. So if Carlos Rodon, Marcus Stroman, who I'm not an unbiased fan. I just don't think he's a good pitcher. Let's be honest here. Will Warren as well. I'm interested to see what he does. I was not a fan of him last year in the majors or in the minors. He looked really good in spring, but again, spring is spring. He has good stuff. They said, oh, he's Michael King 2.0. Well, let's see what he's talking about. Definitely rooting for Will Warren, though. Don't want to seem like I am a hater of his, but thing we saw from him last season wasn't great, but definitely not writing him off it out. I'm definitely not writing him off whatsoever. I'm definitely a part of Will Warren FC. Fernando Cruz got him for Jose Trevino. Yoendis Gomez, he's going to be a multi-inning reliever. We got Brent Hedrick from the minors last season. Okay, I haven't been too tapped into the spring training, so I'm guessing he's had a really good spring training. Tim Hill, our lefty dog. He was amazing last year. In hindsight, I guess he should have been in the game over Nestor Cortez Jr. in the World Series. Mark Leiter Jr. on the roster. He's had, I think, a good spring, throwing up like 94 miles an hour. Last season, he was pitiful for the Yankees, and then he turned up in the postseason. So shout out to Mark Leiter Jr. for saving his best for last. Luke Weaver, the dog. Dream Weaver, my closer last season, and now my setup man. I don't know if he's going to be a multi-inning reliever or just a one-inning guy. I think we have a couple guys that can go multiple innings now with Yoendis Gomez, and then another guy that I'm seeing at the end of this list as well. So Devin Williams, one of the best closers in Major League Baseball. He brought the Yankees no facial hair policy and put that in the rear view mirror. You can now have a well-groomed beard. So shout out to Devin Williams. Hopefully he has a really good season. Hopefully he has an all-star caliber season, performs well overall throughout the whole entire season, and we can only pray and hope that he resigns with the New York Yankees if all of that does come to fruition. Ryan Yarbrough just signed with the Yankees, former Ray, and then he spent last season with the Blue Jays initially, and then I think the Dodgers picked him up, and he was just absolutely amazing. Doesn't really throw too hard, but he is good at like limiting damage contact, and I'm pretty sure he's good at getting ground balls as well. It's like in the 99th percentile in terms of hard hit percentage, so he's just induces a lot of soft contact. JC Escobar, my backup catcher, shout out to him. I saw that video with his mother and the video with him and Boone. It was amazing. 29 years old. Former Uber driver. Shout out to JC Escobar. Had a really impressive spring from what I've seen. Austin Wells, my leadoff hitter. He's had like 5 homers in spring. Shout out to my dog Austin Wells. This is a guy that I'm really high on this season. Oswaldo Cabrera, my third baseman. He really should be a super utility guy, but the way the Yankees operate currently, he is our starting third baseman. Probably will be in a little bit of a platoon. Jazz Chisholm Jr., my opening day, my second baseman, another guy that I'm high on as well. Was really great with the Yankees in the regular season. Then like every other hitter not named, Gleyber Torres or Juan Soto just did not perform in the playoffs, unfortunately. Paul Goldschmidt, I'm not gonna lie, when he first got signed, I was like, I really don't, I'm not head over heels over Paul Goldschmidt. I generally don't know. But he's been pretty decent in spring. Again, I'm not incredibly high on Paul Goldschmidt, but I think he can be, hopefully at the very worst, like a league average hitter, which league average, I guess, cool. Also, Peraza made the lineup. I'm honestly pretty surprised he made the roster with Pablo Reyes as well. Probably would have wanted to see like a power hitting guy like a Everson Pereira here, but it is what it is. That's fine. So who's going to be platooning with Waldo against the lefties? Is it going to be Peraza or is it going to be Pablo Reyes? And is Peraza there just to be the speedster, the pinch runner off the bench? Or is he also going to be used for his like bat as well? And not every time Peraza swings, it looks like he has like the number 2 pencil swing. It's very interesting to say the least. But he has defensive versatility at both shortstop and third base. Pablo Reyes just was with the Red Sox. He's with the Mets previously as well. According to things I've seen, he's been pretty good against lefties in the career. Not like a lefty masher, but above average against left-handed pitching. Ben Rice, I just saw switch to number 22. The stones, the balls on him to where previously, obviously, Juan Soto's number. Yeah, that's very, very insane. I'm very excited for him. Yes, Pop. His batted ball data was really good last season. Just hopefully he doesn't have the unluckiness that he had last season, and he can hit left-handed pitching. And because he has a good eye, he takes his walks. Just gotta limit the strikeouts and put the ball in play. Need bad bit of luck this season for my dog Benaros, aka Ben Rice, who I think is Dominican. Shout out to bro. Really enough, him and Austin Rose are Dominican, I think. So shout out to them. Anthony Volpe, I'm obviously high on him defensively, offensively though. He just has not shown me things consistently to believe in his bat. Unfortunately, I love Anthony Volpe. I don't want to be a hater of his, but I need at least 100 WRC plus or OPS plus this season out of you, Anthony Volpe. Could have gone Corey Seager, Trey Turner, those likes of the world. So I'm not one of those guys that was constantly bringing that up, but I need at least 100 WRC plus out of you. He still is a 3 to 4 WAR player who just has not been able to hit consistently at the MLB level. Started out last season red hot, was really good in the playoffs, but hit that grand slam. Hopefully he hasn't been that good as I've been hearing in spring training, but again, spring training is spring training. It is what it is at the end of the day. Cody Bellinger is another one of those guys that I'm high on this season. Got him from the Cubs in the trade for Cody Poteet, 1-for-1, just an overall salary dump from the Chicago Cubs. He does have a player option after the season as well. Jason Dominguez, the Martian. Jason Dominguez does not break out. I'm losing all faith in humanity. This is the guy, if you're like, this guy's gonna be really good in the MLB. For me, it would be Jason Dominguez. Just the hype he has, the Martian. His first week and some change in the majors, homering off JV, homering on Sunday Night Baseball when the Yankee season was generally over. That's my dog right there. That is my absolute dog. Trent Grisham, center fielder. He's gonna be the 4th outfielder. He's a lefty, but I think he's better against left-handed pitching. He's obviously a really great defensive center fielder. He does have pop, takes his walks. Doesn't really hit for much average, but average in 2025. I laughed. He's like a 90 WRC plus hitter, so he's just a slightly below average hitter. He'll play once a week. Hopefully not too much, because that would mean that an injury happened or Judge is just DHing or something like that. But yeah, Aaron Judge obviously coming off a 10 WAR season. Hopefully he can become the first player with back-to-back 10 WAR seasons in a very, very long time. Shout out to Aaron James Judge, the best hitter in Major League Baseball. Actually, like I mentioned, I'm rocking the Aaron Judge jersey. And then the injured list is Clayton Beater, who I think would have been in the would have been on the roster. JT Brubaker, who the Yankees just rarely like him. I don't really care for him, to be quite frank. Garrett Cole, my ace. Cy, out for the season. Former AL Cy Young. Funny enough, he won with the Yankees, but not that year. Was it 2019? Garrett Cole against JV? I'm sure. Jake Cousins would have been on the roster for sure. Scott Efros. Sky Frost is interesting. He's barely played as a Yankee. He had a couple save opportunities first year with the Yankees, and then he just had Tommy John and didn't barely pitch last season. Didn't pitch particularly well, and now he's just injured once again. I don't know if he would have made the roster. They could have called him up a lot earlier last season, but they just didn't. So it is what it is. Luis Gil, my glorious AL Cy Young Award winner. Even though I wouldn't have really been surprised if that went to Colin Cowser. Shout out to my boy Austin Wells for finishing third in that as well. But he's out for what, at least 6 months, at least half the season. It's just brutal, man. It absolutely stings. DJ LeMahieu, he is beyond washed. Jonathan Loáisiga starting off the season on the IL, pitched like a game, like in maybe like not even an inning last season against the Astros on opening day, and then just really didn't come back until now. And they're just easing him back into the fuller things as well at the major league level. Tyler Matzek, aka Nutsack, former Atlanta Brave. Another interesting one of those guys. I mean, we have a couple lefties now, but it's like, I don't know if Matzek would have made the roster, to be honest. Maybe he would have been in if they didn't just get Ryan Yarbrough, where they rock with 3 lefties in the bullpen. I'm not sure. Clark Schmidt, he'll be back in the near future, hopefully in the next month. And Giancarlo Stanton, I just saw that he just started swinging according to Aaron Boone, so hopefully he's not out for the season. And Judge is like bracing for him to be at least playing in the second half of the season, which is like, it is what it is. But yeah, that is the Yankees overall 2025 opening day roster with the starting pitchers, relievers, infielders, outfielders, and also the injured list. Shout out to John Boy Media and Talking Yanks for putting that all together for me to go ahead and look at and decipher. But yeah, that is the Yankees official 2025 opening day roster. Other than that, yo, that is the Venom Zone. Go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up. Make sure to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. And your boy John. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And I'm out, man. Peace.